your thoughts on the importance of this particular conference. And yesterday you spoke about championing community, country, and congruence with Destination Grenada. Your thoughts on how the conversation transpired?
I thought it was a great panel. Some really great initiatives that are happening all throughout Grenada were highlighted. There's so many different organizations that happen throughout the country, so I was just grateful to be a part of the conversation and talk about some of the things that we do at Aquanauts Grenada, as well as the Dive and Conservation Festival that I've helped spearhead.
Tell us about that. Tell us about this Dive and Conservation Festival. What is this all about? When does it take place? Yeah,
so it happened in May of last year. We're moving it to September for this year. But basically, it's a week-long Dive and Conservation Festival where we show the symbiotic relationship between land and sea. So there are various initiatives. We tried to highlight many of the different industries on island, including culinary, agriculture, sailing, obviously scuba diving, but really showing that what happens on land impacts the water and what happens underwater impacts land. And so we worked in collaboration with multiple organizations, really providing a platform for these eco-organizations to showcase what it is that they do. And then each host was asked to have an educational component, what we deemed the conservation conversation. So talking about some of the challenges that they're experiencing within their industry and environmental impacts. But really the most important part is highlighting the solutions, what it is that they're embodying as a solution to combat these challenges that they're facing. So then the participants would feel empowered and inspired to be a part of that solution.
Your thoughts on Grenada as a sustainable tourism destination, its potential and certainly what the strides that it's making, all of the various stakeholders to promote sustainability here?
I think it has been a huge step forward, especially in the time that I've been here. We took over Aquanauts Grenada in January of 2021. In the time that I've been on island, I've really seen it go tenfold forward. There's still so much to do, and something that I would love to see more is the collaboration between the various organizations. What I found is, so I'm a marketing manager at Aquanauts Grenada, and I understand the importance of marketing, and I think that one of the weaknesses that a lot of eco-organizations have is in their marketing platform, because they are so smart and knowledgeable in their field, but they don't necessarily have the studies or background in marketing to be able to showcase more of what they're doing to get that support, whether it be volunteers or financial support. So I would really love to see that further get highlighted and supported as well. So then people, there's so many incredible organizations all throughout the country of Grenada, in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique, that I just would really love for them to be further supported so they can continue making a larger positive impact.
Well, what are some of the things you think they can be doing from a marketing perspective? What kind of savvy needs to be shared in terms of best practices?
I really see that the need for social media has continued to become apparent. And what I've learned over the past few years is, especially so if you're familiar with Instagram, you can post pictures, but you can also do what are called reels. And reels are really just telling a story in a quick glimpse. So, there's the idea that our attention span as human beings has gotten much quicker, where, you can hold our attention for about maybe 2 minutes. And so reels are typically put into a 90-second format at maximum. And so really just understanding social media, the importance in the outreach, and being able to successfully market on that platform, which is free for everyone. So it's just understanding how to utilize it better to be able to get a further reach.
Finally, Aquanauts Grenada, tell us a little bit about what you offer for prospective visitors.
Yes, so we're a family-owned dive shop. So there's my dad, my mom, my brother, myself, and my grandma Carol as well. So obviously we do a lot of scuba diving, snorkeling tours, but something that we really embody is the educational component, not only for just scuba diving. Our slogan is the art of of diving. There really is an art to scuba diving, but also understanding the importance that you play as a scuba diver in marine conservation. So we do a lot of various eco initiatives, whether it be our Blue Oceans programs, doing underwater cleanups. We also host beach cleanups. I've spearheaded multiple eco events on land, be it our Earth Week event in 2021, the Dive and Conservation Festival, as well as our own Lionfish Tacos and live music events. So there's a lot of different ways for people to get involved. If they're not a scuba diver, you can obviously come snorkeling with us, participate in our land-based eco initiatives. We are also an inclusive dive shop where we're Dive Heart, which is an adaptive diving organization's very first international training facility. And what that means is that people of all abilities can come diving with us. Whether you have any physical challenges, such as quadriplegic or paraplegic, you can come diving with us. You can learn how to dive and or get your buddy certified to learn how to dive with you. As well as mental challenges as well. So we've had people with PTSD, autism, being able to utilize the benefits of scuba diving and having that serene environment and that calming experience.
Is there any kind of advice you can share as it relates to making sure that people have a safe experience in this particular activity?
Definitely. One is taking it step by step. First, learning the foundations for swimming. Then as you get comfortable in the water, learning how to swim, learning the foundations of snorkeling. People may think it's so easy. You just put a snorkel in your mouth and then you float, right? However, we've had experience with people who aren't comfortable in the water and then they try to snorkel and then they'll choke on water. It's just, first and foremost, get comfortable swimming. Second, get comfortable with snorkeling, and then enjoying the underwater world. It's really learning the foundations of each of these as you embrace the experience, I think is the most important part. You know, people think that there's this misconception that scuba diving is so dangerous because you hear of so many people getting the bends, especially, unfortunately, local fishermen. They don't have dive computers. They don't understand the negative impacts of going to depth and then coming right up, not completing their safety stop. There's a lot of safety precautions in place within scuba diving that I wish were better understood throughout all industries, so then people would be safer and also be able to empower more people to enjoy the underwater world. Unfortunately, island nations, the percentage of people that know how to swim is very low. So here in Grenada, there's an amazing program called Get Grenada Swimming, which offers free swim classes to locals. Yeah, so I think the biggest piece of advice I would give is learn the basics, learn the foundations, get comfortable with those.